Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a while since you've seen me here on this channel or really anywhere on social media. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen I've started posting a bit more. But if you're not over there, you're like, what? You just disappeared? What? Yes, I know. I thought I'd be gone for 3 weeks. I think we're now at 2.5, maybe even 3 months. I am so sorry for that. But we're back now and we're going to talk about where I've been. We're going to do a quick get ready with me. Okay, that's a lie. It's not quick. But I'm trying to make it quick. Quick get ready with me. We're going to do this makeup. We're going to talk about where I went, what I've been doing, what life has been, and what life is going to be like, hopefully, moving forward. So grab yourself some coffee, light a candle, do something, whether it's doing your makeup with me or just folding laundry with me, or just, if you're taking a little rest, just sit there and enjoy watching me apply makeup and talking to you about where I've been. Okay, so today I'm mostly using stuff I've used for a long time. I'll link anything that I use down below, but I will also tell you what it is if I remember. But let's jump in to this get ready with me. We're gonna start with foundation. I don't use primer all the time. I don't use foundation all the time either, but today we're gonna use foundation. It's the CoverGirl Clean Fresh. I have the shade 530 Fair Light. Hopefully you can see that. And I like to put it on with a beauty blender. I don't use the actual blue beauty blender one. I just use the e.l.f. one. This is my favorite shape one, kind of messy, and it's already dampened and ready. And I like to spray it with a setting spray to get started. Where have I been? What have I been up to? Well, guess what? We moved. That's what's been taking up the majority of my time, my life, is the fact that my family moved. We're not planning this move. That's too much. We were not planning this move. We were, this is something that just kind of happened. Something that this looks weird, we're running down my face, hold on. We did not expect to happen this year. In fact, we thought we wouldn't be moving for at least another couple years. So when an opportunity arose for us to move, we kind of went for it. And even while we were in the moving process, there was a lot of different moving pieces that we didn't think were gonna happen. So we honestly, until the day we closed on this house, we didn't think we were moving, in all honesty. So that's kind of a strange feeling to be like, well, am I gonna pack? A little bit, but not much, because things were gonna fall through and nothing was gonna actually come to be. So it was a stressful moving process. Closing on this house, because of the way we went about this house, and the special circumstances of this home, took, let's see, about the beginning of April till the end of June. And if you have ever bought a house, once you're on contract, it can close in 30, 45 days, sometimes 60 days, but normally the 30 to 45 day range. Not this one. Just because we were on contract at the beginning of April, but we didn't close until the very last days of June. And that's also part of why we just kind of weren't packing up, weren't doing a whole bunch, because we just didn't know for sure if it was gonna happen. It just, at every turn, we're like, okay, this isn't gonna happen, what are we doing? So I packed a little bit, but we didn't really pack much. So when we actually closed, it was kind of go time, because at that point we're like, okay, well, we don't want to pay mortgage, rent, all this stuff. We don't want to pay double. We don't need to pay double. So it was kind of a hurry up and get out of the house type of thing. I have to say, I'm gonna have to figure out this lighting situation, because natural light coming in is beautiful, but it's like not doing great for the video, but also I can't really see how this is blending well. If it's blending well, if it's done being patted into my face. We will see what happens when I go and I check it in another light, I guess. Hopefully it's showing up for you guys and hopefully it is looking good. But anyway, so because wasn't much packing done, when we did buy this house, we knew that we had some projects we needed to do. We wanted to shampoo the carpets. We wanted to just make sure everything was a little clean. The people who had it before were very clean people, but you know, you just want to do a quick re-clean, even if they clean, just to make sure there's nothing before you move in all the furniture and it's harder to clean, right? Right. We wanted to do shampooing, the cleaning, and then we wanted to paint 2 rooms. We were considering painting a 3rd room, but we decided to start with 2 rooms and see what time we had, and it's a good thing we did because people bought the house from, they actually ended up shampooing the carpet for us, which was awesome. But it moved our painting timeline because we were going to shampoo after the painting because we had a day of heat that was going to be there. So we knew that it would dry a lot faster. Well, the days that they shampooed, it was cooler. The rooms didn't dry, so we couldn't start painting. We taped up most of what we could, but we couldn't pet down any covering for the carpet because we didn't want that moisture to just be trapped in there. Hear weird chomping noises. My dog is in the background chomping on her bone because, you know, what other time would she do that than this very moment? Oh, I am going in with the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Hydrating Concealer in the shade 330 Fair Light. I'm shocked at how much I like this stuff, but I will say I think it's drying up faster than other products. But I do actually like the product. So we came in, we couldn't paint right away. We only had a couple days, and then we had a specific day that we knew that we could have friends help us move big furniture. So we kind of knew we had to get the painting done. So during the days that we were waiting for the carpets to dry, we moved in about half of the kitchen, and then my husband thought he was going to have some days off. He ended up not. And then he was like, well, I'll be able to do half days. Again, he ended up not being able to do that. So we just kind of ran out of time. And because we weren't really sure for sure this was going to happen, we honestly didn't prep packing. We didn't prep the other house. So I was kind of doing things at both houses, okay? So original thought was we would have a couple weeks before our contract at our rent at our other place was up to where we could move over 1 room at a time. That didn't happen. Moving day comes and we were very excited. We had a lot of help and I'm very grateful for that help, for the bigger furniture pieces, because we do have some heavy furniture. It's all IKEA stuff, but man, is that heavy and awkward to move. But we didn't have nearly as much packed as we should have for moving. So things just were thrown in boxes and like, it wasn't very organized. I appreciate all the help though, because there's no way we would have been able to do certain pieces. We had moving day and then a couple days, well, the next like week and a half, my core family, so just my husband and I and our 2 teenagers, moved the rest of everything to the new house. And then we got to cleaning, and I did have a couple friends who thankfully helped clean the other house with us. Thought because of how disorganized things were and because I didn't know really how I was going to set up this house, was just unpack everything into the general room that it's going to be. Which means that basically everything, I think I have like 4 or 5 boxes still, but basically everything else is completely unpacked, but nothing is organized outside of it being in its general location. So like right to my left right here, we have all of our board games and it's beautiful, but it is not organized at all, but it's okay. All right, so I actually think that this foundation today, with the amount that I put in, is doing really well. So I'm just gonna set under my eyes a little bit. I'm gonna use the NYX HD Studio, that stuff. Okay, so moving was a disaster. Not really. Moving was just very stressful. It was, like I said, something we weren't positive was gonna happen. But when it did, it kind of all just went fast. And everything had to be done real quick. And so the weeks after moving have been getting better and better with every week, but still very, very stressful. I don't feel like I've come down from the stress of moving yet. I feel like I have so much left to do, because I do, in the fact that I have to organize everything still, but I don't in the fact that I don't have boxes everywhere. But we went through, we reorganized, we took all of the holiday decor and put it in bins. So that's all nice and organized. Oh, that is an awesome project that I've been wanting to do for years. Finally was able to do it with this move. So grateful for that. So grateful for that. Why did we move? We moved because this was an amazing opportunity for us. When we first moved to this location, I think I've mentioned before, but just in case, my husband is military. When we first moved to this location, we had a home in another location, and we didn't feel like having two mortgages because we were having a hard time selling that one, just because the people who were making offers ended up not having the actual approval that they should have had before they made the offers. So we knew we couldn't come here and buy a house right out. So then once that house sold, we were already unpacked and didn't really want to move, and we're hoping to not be here all that long. That didn't happen, because here we are several years later and deciding we've been here so long we're probably never going anywhere, so we're gonna just hunker down. Watch, now that we've bought a house here, we'll get orders. That's how that world works, I found. I don't know. I gotta keep moving. I gotta learn how to talk and move at the same time. Iconic London Ultimate Bronzing Powder. This thing is still a favorite of mine, still being used. I'm trying it out with this new brush, which is a weird shape, but it's a contour brush from the brand. It doesn't say the brand. Oh no, it does. Moda? I don't know. I'll link it below. Ooh, that went on a little much. Okay. This is also my first time doing makeup in this area with this lighting, and I am not liking it. You're probably gonna see a lot of different background changes, probably gonna see a lot of different lighting changes. This is also my first time recording a video using my camera that I announced months and months ago, because I was taking months to learn it. I didn't learn it. It was just an excuse. I've just been afraid of it, and today I was like, no, you're recording with it or you need to return it. So I do have to say, I don't like this brush for this. It's making the bronzer go on very patchy, and just, oh my gosh, and that placement is so bad. Okay, switching to the powder brush. Let's see. Makeup's gonna be weird today. Oh well, if I hate it, I'll just wash it off, you know? Don't use that contour brush for the bronzer because it is patchy as crap. Can you see that? We're tired of living on base. Tired of it, so tired of it. And it was just time. It was time. So we did. We had certain things that had to happen in order for it to happen, because as everybody knows, the market right now is insane. Housing prices are insane, interest rates are insane. So we had a couple very specific things that had to happen. We have this house fell into place. So my summer has been mostly moving. And I've talked long enough about moving and the joys of it and a little bit of the story. So we're going to talk about how this house is different. Okay, so our previous home, we had a lot more usable, livable space. This home, we kind of traded a lot of that space for garage and storage space, which means that I've had to get creative and figure out how to set up things. So I lost my filming office. I lost my office where I filmed and I did my editing and I did all my other stuff, and so I lost that. At first I was very upset about that, but as long as I can figure out this lighting situation, I think I'm now okay with it. I think we've figured it out. What else did we do this summer? We went to the fair, and when I say we went to the fair, our fair isn't anything special at all. I've been to much better fairs, but it is the thing to do in this town in summer. And we went, I want to say 5 out of the 7 days that it was here. No, I think I was here 8 days, whatever. We went, I think 5 days, maybe even 6. I don't know. We went a lot. We just went for the food. We just went for the rides. I mean, I don't ride the rides, but my kids ride the rides. And we just enjoyed the sunshine. We went to the rodeo. It was amazing. I love the fair, even though this fair is not amazing. So during this move, I honestly didn't use much makeup. I actually went a good month and a half without any makeup. And then I slowly was putting it on here and there. So usage goals for project pans and everything are kind of not nearly as good as you would hope they would be at this stage, but I'm getting back into it. I'm getting back into it. I'm just gonna put some lip oil on again. I've actually over the summer been switching mostly to using lip oil instead of chapstick. I don't like this at all. Do you see this? It looks like I have a lesion there. That's what it looks like to me. Hopefully it doesn't look nearly as bad on camera to you, but that's the type of stuff that happens when you use a brush that you shouldn't use. Trying to kind of blend it out a little bit. It's not working. Okay. Settings right, here we go. I'm gonna go dewy. Because I got a lot of dryness and I like the dewy. So we are now basically in fall. I mean, it's September. It's mid-September. When I'm filming this, by the time you see this, it might actually be October. I don't know. We'll see. But fall time, you can say, I got the green. Oh, yeah, okay. Have you guys been seeing square top necks? Square neck tops, that's the right wording. I am in love with them. This one is from Walmart. It's not my favorite one, but I do like it, especially because it was $8. I think that this really, I like what it does for me. I do. For brows today, I'm literally going to brush them and I think I'm gonna leave them. I don't want to fill it in. I am doing nothing but painting today. House project today is getting started, and that is painting our fence, well, staining our fence technically, because it's a new fence that was put in last year, but they didn't stain it at all, and it needs some protection from the weather. So I'm not gonna bother with brows. Nope, that looks good. Brushed them, calling it a day. Moving on. All right, eyeshadow. I have been trying to dig into the Juvia's Place, the Blush Rose palette. Pretty sure this is on my one of my projects. So trying to explore this one. Beautiful palette. Sometimes it pulls too pinky for me, so I do have to be careful with it for that, but it's really pretty. So moving forward, what do I have coming up Well, this week we are starting school. So if you don't know, I homeschool my children, and they are both teenagers, which means we are in high school. So I have a 10th grader and a 12th grader, and we are starting our school this week. So we've got that, which is gonna be definitely keeping me busy. And then we have, along with that, just trying to get into our fall routines of school and chores and trying to get back into YouTube. My husband has an elbow surgery coming up in a couple weeks here. We have some fun things coming up too. So yeah, just a lot going on. And so the house being a priority right now is not a thing anymore. It's kind of what's done is done, and I will tackle little bits at a time here and there. So as my base, I just did this light pink color, and then I'm gonna go in, I wanna kind of darken it up a little bit today. So I'm gonna go in on the outer corner with this one here. And I'm using the smoky eye brush. All right, let's talk some makeup talk. Okay, we've done enough life update. Let's get into some makeup talk. I have bought very little makeup since the whole move process started. And basically no makeup once we actually closed on this house. Because, well, I've been busy. But it's been more than just being busy, because it's also been like, I haven't seen much come out that's new that I've been like, oh my gosh, I have to drop what I'm doing and I have to go order that, or I have to go buy that. Like, I just haven't. And like right now while I'm filming this, 21 Days of Ulta is happening, and honestly, there's 2 things on there that are like, maybe, but honestly, do I need those? So I don't know. Not much new makeup has been inspiring me. Not much has dropped or been announced, and I'm like, I must have that. Except for there is one that I am so excited about and I want so bad, and I almost ordered it day of release. I kind of forgot to order a day of release because that was a very busy day for us, so I kind of forgot, and because I forgot to order a day of release, I'm now holding out as long as possible, but I don't think I'm gonna hold out very much longer. But it is from Nomad Cosmetics, and it is, oh my goodness, I think it's called Ghost Towns USA, or just Ghost Towns or something. That's the theme, is like ghost towns, and it's their Nomad Cosmetics. It looks so beautiful, so spooky, so fall, so I feel like I could make it work for so many different things, but like the packaging is so cool. I grew up watching so many different Westerns, and it just screams Westerns to me, and I love it. I love it, and I love the whole theme of it. I love the colors they pick. I feel like they did a great job with that palette, even though I've not even been able to hold it yet. So that is something I am actually thinking I'm going to be ordering. Don't know when yet. Kind of would like to have it before Halloween, but at the same time, I think it's a palette that's going to work for so many different times a year and so many different looks. So that one I am very excited about. I ended up taking a day, not a whole day of course, but a little time of a day. And I went to Ulta, and I decided to test out all the different foundations that I had been thinking that I might want to try one day. I tested at least 10 different ones, and I found that I did not like any of them. None of them. Some of them was because even though they looked like they were going to do wonders for me and they were going to be amazing products, they had a scent to them that was very strong and just didn't go away. So that just took those out of the running of something I would buy. And then others that I thought were gonna work wonderfully for my skin were horrible for my skin. And I put them on like, no, this is not for me. Okay, I don't wanna do sparkles today. I wanna keep it matte. So I think I'm gonna go in the inner corner and try to brighten it up with this pink here. I don't know if that'll do much, but we'll see. Hopefully you're seeing it on camera. It is brightening it up a little bit. So ColourPop hasn't released anything that I've been like, oh my goodness, I must have this. Too Faced hasn't released anything that I'm like, oh my goodness, I must have this. I did buy a palette from TJ Maxx that is an older palette from Glamlight, which I'm excited about. It's their Icy palette and it's the blue raspberry one. I'm really excited to try that one. But that's, again, not a newer release. And it's not one that I initially was like, oh, I need to get this. In fact, I think that's my first Glamlight palette. All right, so this is a very pink look, which is fine. It's fine. I really want that outer corner to be darkened though. So I'm gonna go back in and darken that up just a little bit more. Hopefully you can see that and what that's doing. Okay, so I'm gonna take what's left on this brush from that darker and just put it on the base. Let's see if I can do this here. No. That is gonna be that. It needs a little bit of some cleaning up, so I'm just gonna take my what I used for my foundation and just kind of try to shape it a little bit more. Like I said before, I really need to figure out this lighting because I can barely see what I'm doing. And so I'm gonna have to double check this in the mirror and see if this actually looks good. But looking at the camera, it looks okay. It's very pink. It is very pink. Okay. Mascara is necessary. And we'll figure out a lip. Let me go put on my mascara and I'll be right back. I am using the CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean in the shade Black, I believe. Pitch black. Mascara is on and that brings it all together. Hopefully this is showing up for you. I'm gonna do something with my lips real quick. I had originally planned on doing a purpley lip. Is that too much? Is that too pink? All right, I'm gonna do the NYX Professional Makeup Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Sweet Tooth and the Ofra Liquid Lipstick in Unzipped. I have found that these are a great combo. Here we go. What do we think? Hopefully you guys are seeing it better. Let's see. Oh well. Hopefully you guys are liking it. Hopefully it looks good. I think this is a very fall look. I am happy with it. So, what's going on? What can you expect from me and this channel moving forward? Well, I'm trying to get back into makeup filming, talking about all the new makeup that I am into. I would love to do more how to use your palettes that you already use. So if you could do me a favor, if you have seen my videos showing and showcasing my palettes that I have, I'll link some above, below, end screens, you know all the jazz. If you could take a look at the things that I have, and if you also have those and would like to see some looks with any of those, please leave me a comment below so that I can do videos you want to see. I'm thinking of doing another like palette bingo type thing and just a couple different things coming up, as well as getting back into my project pans. I will say I am dropping the lips only project pan. It just, with the months that I took off and with I don't know, I like the, how do I say this? I like the intention behind it, but it just got boring. It got really boring for me to film. And even though I know a couple of you really enjoyed watching it, I feel like for the most part, it wasn't enjoyable to watch either. So I'm dropping that one. Now my other 2 project pans are still going, still exciting, still making progress on, and I cannot wait to come back and talk more about those with you. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much for sticking around this long, and until next time, enjoy the videos on the screen. Have a wonderful day.